Guys, what's going on? This is Popping Through Culture. I got Rico on my right.
What up, what up? How we doing?
I'm Chris, and today we're going to be talking about some DC stuff. I know we normally talk about Marvel stuff, right, Rico? Because we're a bunch of Marvel dudes, Marvel guys. But we got to talk about a game in particular, right?
Yes, we do.
And
yes, we do.
DCEU stuff. But before we do that, guys, you know the deal. Let's do some little homework here. Let's do hit that like, right?
Share, follow. Don't forget to comment because I look forward to that.
Oh yes, we love reading the comments down below. Make sure we want to hear about your thoughts about what we're talking about. Again, this is not us talking to you, but more of a conversation, right?
Yes, guys? It is.
So again, Rico, let's drop the beats and roll into this episode.
Popping through culture, popping through culture, popping, pop, 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 pop. Pop it, culture, baby. Remake, pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it. What? Pop, pop. Go the weasel. Pop, goes weasel. The weasel. Weasel. Pickety pop, pop. So, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. I'm playing that right now because I'm a big gamer nerd, and I like it. Reviews are iffy. 50% like it, 50% dislike it. It released February 2nd. And it's R.I.P. Kevin Conroy. It's his last... No, it's not actually his last time. Because I did further research. He's also... one of his last things he's done, besides Suicide Squad killing the Justice League, is the Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earth Part 2 movie that's coming out.
No.
The mid this year, ending of this year, something like that.
Maybe you like this one.
Maybe I like this one, but this is that's Kevin Conroy last representation.
Yep. And fun fact: Mark Hamill will not do Joker anytime in the near future or in the future period because he said that without Kevin Conroy, there is no Mark Hamill because it's two sides of the coin.
Yeah.
So,
and I can respect that.
Yeah.
Definitely, So I guess we could say R.I.P. to Conroy's Batman and R.I.P. to Mark Hamill's Joker.
Joker. No, but not Mark Hamill because he's still alive.
No, he's still alive, kicking and screaming.
Yes.
He's a Jedi. Good. He ain't going nowhere.
Into the Force.
Into the Force he would go. But yeah, Suicide Squad Killing Justice League came out February 2nd. And I played it throughout the tutorial up until the first handful of missions. And I really enjoyed the game. I think the graphics are cool. The cinematics is cool. The gameplay is very fluent. And you get 4 different characters to play as. And that's Harley Quinn, obviously. Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark is a shark. And you don't have to pick them depending on the mission. You can just whenever you're in the middle of gameplay, you can just go, all right, I don't feel like being Deadshot anymore. I feel like being King Shark. And you can just fluently go throughout the characters, throughout the gameplay. So there's not one designated mission that only one particular person or character can play as or be. And I think that's really awesome. One of the things I dislike about the film, I dislike about the game, is they say it's canon to the Arkham Knight series. I feel as though it would have been best accepted as his own standalone DC game. This whole game is supposed to be ending the Arkham series, and they talk about the Arkham series, which is Arkham Asylum. They talk about that quickly and briefly in the game, and Harley Quinn, she gives you a good time frame. It's 5 years after the last game this game is taking place, because she says she's been in Arkham Asylum for the past 5 years. So that gives you a good time frame. Like I said, have you played the game? Have you heard of the game?
I've heard of the game. I don't have time for games, Rico.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately,
I'm gonna go home and play the game once this is done. I'm gonna play the game. Yeah. I actually woke up early today.
Did you?
Just to play the game.
So what? 10 o'clock?
No. That's the time I leave to go to work, bro. No, I woke up at like 8 o'clock just to play the game.
Nice.
I just want to keep it fresh.
There you go.
When I talk, I want to talk
so
about it.
So how many hours are you on the game?
Seriously, no joke, like maybe 2 hours. But see, a lot of people go, 2 hours. What does that mean? 2 hours isn't consistent gameplay. 2 hours is just how long the game has been on.
I'm a gamer. I know how.
So and well, a lot
I'm
of
saying,
people
like, how much time are you invested in the game? Like, they say a game is 40 hours long. If you played the game straight through,
yeah.
without stopping, whatever, minus cutscenes, how long does it take to play? Or is that included in cutscenes? I'm not sure if you know. Comment. It will take you 40 hours to defeat this game to beat the game. So how many hours invested are you in the game? Is that 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there? 2 hours. So
Gotcha.
2 hours. You say 2 hours of game time. But again, I feel like that's what second level, or how much far into the game is.
And then on top of that, it's an open world game.
Oh,
so you have a lot of time to just roam around, check it out. It takes place in Metropolis. Sorry about that, guys. It takes place in Metropolis, which, I feel as though it should go further than Metropolis. Like, you're going against the Justice League. It would have been awesome if you can, I guess, boom tube, because you got some cyborg technology, and you can go from Gotham to Metropolis to Star City to Central City, because you got to kill the Justice League. So why not kill them in their own hometown, right? Like,
who would be using boom tube technology?
Well, you're under the command of what's her name? You're under the command of
Black lady. What's her name?
It's Black History Month. You got to know her name. Amanda.
Rosa Parks.
No, oh my God, you made me lose it. Oh my goodness, you're basically Amanda Waller. You're under Amanda Waller, Task Force X.
Okay.
And you get all of this. You get upgrades. And you get all this stuff. Which, like I said, I haven't really gotten that deep into the game. So you could.
Whoa. Whoa. Place is falling apart.
Right. You could. Make your way there and come back, or if there's maybe future DLCs that you can go from one city to the next. Right now, all I've seen die in the game, honestly, no. Boomerang cuts the Flash's finger off. Saw that happen. Yeah, I didn't think that would ever happen.
Gruesome.
Yeah, and then another part of the game is, can you imagine playing a DC game but Batman's hunting you? Like, he's hunting you. You're in.
Oh my God! I'd be like, oh, run!
Oh, it's
run!
crazy. It's crazy because you'll see him in the shadows, or you'll see him go through vents, or you'll turn a corner and you'll see him like kill a civilian and then pop up in the darkness, and you're like, oh my God, this sucks. But if you put the headphones on, because I looked it up online, if you put the headphones on, you can kind of hear him creaking around. And you can hear, like, no, stop, what is that? You can hear it in the background. You're like, oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, maybe you invite me over one night and we can play it, but whatever.
All right, we can figure that out. But yeah, this is Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, and this is brought to you by Rocksteady Games. Kudos to you for making a pretty good game. I'm a fan. And I'm gonna play it all the way through.
All right.
Straight up, man.
So after we talked about Suicide Squad, we got some DC updates.
Got some DC. DC update straight from. Yeah.
Oh my God! Here we go. DC updates. Let's check it out, people. From the House of Dragon. Anyway, from the House of Dragons, we're gonna have star Millie Alcock, who's gonna be playing as new Supergirl in James Gunn's DCEU.
Yes, it was between her and one other no name, not a no name, but I just don't remember her name, which is not relevant. Sorry, Miss Not Relevant. If you ever see this, Millie Alcock, she's gonna be playing Supergirl, and I think it's a perfect fit.
You think so?
Yes. I think from the way they are going to portray this version of Supergirl, she has that attitude in her. She can have that attitude. Actually, the person that was supposed to play Supergirl is she was the voice actor who played Supergirl in all the DC animated films.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So how do you're good enough to play the voice, but not good enough to actually play live action? I think that's a personal problem. But anyway, let's keep it moving.
I mean, that's like right up there with the back in the 90s with all the dial-in sex operators. Oh, hey, big boy.
Oh my goodness! As homegirls have to thing of nachos right here. Hey, big boy.
Tell me what you wear. What's that sound?
Watching Maury.
So it's totally possible, totally plausible. I can see it.
I think James Gunn did a good fit for this version of Supergirl.
You know, my favorite version of Supergirl, and you're gonna hate it because of where it comes from, is the I forget her name, and if I can remember it, I'll put it down on the picture on the video. The girl who played Supergirl in Smallville. I'm gonna pull it up.
No, I don't think you know about this.
What?
We don't mention Smallville.
Yeah, I know. That's why. That's why I was like, "Oh, you're gonna like throw something at me or whatever." But it's okay. But yeah, so I really like maybe that physical attributes or physical, how she looks. I think the how she played Supergirl was really good. So I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna show you Smallville. What's her name? Kara Zor-El. And we'll edit this real quick. Here.
Let me see this. Let me see this lady you're talking about.
Right there. It's right on my screen.
Her? Yeah. That? Didn't she go join a cult and she's in jail now?
No, different person. I know about different person.
Yeah.
Or what's her face? Or what about Supergirl from the show? From the WB show. That's a good Supergirl.
She was a good Supergirl. Not gonna. Yep, she was a good one. She really was. I don't know.
Laura Vanderroot.
Yeah,
was the actress. Laura Vanderroot. I liked her version, but also I think the Supergirl from the WB series was it was just too campy. Like, I mean, not campy, just too goody.
Yeah.
I think she was too goody. There was like no edge to her. There wasn't no like.
That's true.
There was no to her.
But she did in the later episodes. She did have that I guess conniving attitude that she could have, especially when because she had to fight Superman, and I personally think that was one of the best episodes when she had to fight Superman. That fight scene.
Oh, was that with the Elseworlds when they were doing the crossover?
Yeah,
and he was wearing black.
I know this is the Superman that's from the current. Well, the one that just ended.
Yeah,
Superman Lois. Yeah, had a fight. I don't remember if he was wearing all black.
Yeah,
but he was under some kind of mind manipulation.
I think he was in all black because it was like a different Elseworld, and he was that version.
But yeah, that fight scene that they had was amazing. Like, it was a great fight scene. And it honestly, I remember watching it. I'm like, yo, this is amazing. And then I rewound it just to watch it again. I thought it was a really cool scene. Yeah, but I don't think she's. No, I wouldn't say she's not good for the big screen because she is, but I do agree she was way too bubbly and way too
too bubbly for that character. I mean, I liked her, I liked the character, and I liked the show watching it. But again, for Supergirl, for like what I would want to see, I think it just came over too like campy, too goody.
Yeah.
It was like too squeaky clean. Kind of. I guess you could look at it that way. It was too squeaky clean. I was like, I wanted some more like edgy like. Yeah, I'm Supergirl. I'm like, had some more power behind her character. Yeah. So,
but like this version of Supergirl, from what Gunn is saying, she's supposed to be more of a cold, harsh.
So maybe we did the 180 that we needed.
We're gonna, but
campy, WB whatever version.
Well, or at the same time, we're getting a version of Supergirl that we already saw. Because that was, I don't want to bring it up, but the Flash. We saw that version of Supergirl did not trust human beings, was very monotone, and she was dark. Like, nothing about her said hope. Nothing about her was, like, Superman's supposed to be that there's always a bright side. There's always something to fight for and something to root for. And that version of Supergirl that we got in the Flash was the complete opposite.
Well, I think they took elements from the Flashpoint Superman, where they had to
Yeah.
rescue him because he was being kept in a holding cell, like in the Flash movie,
Yeah.
and being held under red light and everything, so to keep the power subdued.
Mm-hmm.
But they never, in the Flashpoint comic, they never really fleshed out how he was outside. They were like, okay, well, now I have powers, now I can fly, whatever. I'm going to help you. But you never see him being anything outside of that. So like
Yeah.
in the movie, they kind of like delved into like saying like, oh, I was being held captive this whole time, and now she's old, doesn't trust people or whatever, and has trust issues. So I think maybe if they've touched a little more on Superman and Flashpoint, you probably would have gotten that.
Mm-hmm.
But they did it in the movie as Kara.
Yeah.
So they kind of flipped the roles on that. So I think
Okay.
that's where we got that version. I think if they flushed out the comic book version, we might have seen that in the comic.
Gotcha. Are you looking forward to Superman Legacy?
Yes, because they're not going to be doing the whole origin. They're going to be
Yeah.
they're going to be jumping somewhere in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't want to see the origin, so I already know the origin. So I'm happy that they're not going to be going back to square one. That they're going to be going somewhere in the middle. So anything to see Superman flying and
Yeah.
seeing like having kind of like that emotion that he brings, the hope, and being able to fly and be able to have that first person perspective of flying through the air and stuff like that in the theaters is always fun. And as a moviegoer, as a watcher, I think I always appreciate seeing stuff like that in the film.
So we're gonna get a big cast for Superman Legacy all at once.
Well, the same thing. We're gonna get Deadpool. I mean, that Deadpool list is gonna be long.
Yeah, but like this is Superman Legacy is the part one of the new MCU.
DCU.
Sorry, DCU. So we're gonna get all of these cast members that's gonna have minimum screen time for a 2-hour movie.
Well, if they do it, they can do 3 hours. But I mean, look at the Marvels.
Mm-hmm.
You put all those characters. They were able to put all those characters and made it seem right. And again, a lot of people are going to say the Marvels weren't good, but my perspective was I thought it was pretty good because they were able to cram a lot of information and made it fit.
Yeah.
And it was only a 2-hour movie.
Yeah,
Whereas
the Marvels
they have-
was under 2 hours.
Yes, it was under 2 hours.
Hour 48 minutes.
Correct. And whereas you have longer movies who have more information, and I feel it's disconnected. It's like,
Yeah, but like the Marvels, you had Miss Marvel, which you already know about her. You had Captain Marvel, which you already knew about her, and then you had Monica Rambeau's daughter, which you already met her. You met her.
yeah, but if you didn't see the Disney Plus shows and you only saw Captain Marvel, you would not known those characters
Yeah,
because
but
Monica Rambeau and Miss Marvel were Disney Plus
yeah,
exclusive.
but you knew of them. Like when the new Superman Legacy, we're getting Metamorph. We're getting Mr. Terrific. We're getting now Supergirl. We're getting a Lantern, Guy Gardner. There's no real big popularity for Guy Gardner, and we're getting one more, if I'm not mistaken. So like these are characters that
And you're gonna get Lex.
but Lex, we already know Lex is Superman. But like the other characters besides Supergirl as well, Metamorph, Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, a lot of people don't know about them unless you read comic books. Or at least you don't know enough to know their backstory.
Well, I think they're trying to do like what they did with the MCU, where they introduced Guardians of the Galaxy. Not a lot of people knew Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't know Guardians of the Galaxy before the movies. It wasn't something I picked up and read on a regular. So they introduced all those characters from Jump Street, and people fell in love with them. So depending on how they portray those characters on film, are they going to be characters that are going to be evolving with Superman? Are going to be just a one and done kind of character? Is it the big bad for the movie? So it depends on how they roll it out into the film because it can be one of different ways. So
I'm interested in knowing who's going to be the big bad. Who's going to be the bad guy for this version of the DCU?
Well,
We have so many heroes. So
Oh, I
who's-
mean,
who's the villain?
Well, isn't Metamorph a bad guy?
No, he's a good guy. They're all good guys. Everyone I just called out was a good guy.
What the-
And we got Lobo as well. Oh, yeah. And we got Jason Momoa coming back as Lobo.
Is it really?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I just got excited. Because,
So, like, who's the villain? Lobo could be a villain, you know?
well, he's a anti-hero.
Yeah, Metamorph was a villain. Because he had a hard time, I believe, controlling his powers. So it was immediately he was labeled as a villain, but he wasn't out to conquer the Earth or destroy Metropolis.
I think that happens with a lot of the villains when they come out, where it's like if they don't know how to control the powers.
Like Electro?
Yeah, Electro.
Yeah, Spider-Man. I mean,
Yeah, villain. Yeah, I know who it is.
well, yeah, but he didn't start out a villain. And Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, he was actually he didn't know how to control his powers. So everything he touched, kind of just
Jamie Foxx.
yeah.
Yeah, but
It was very borderline. He could have been a good guy. He could have.
Yeah, but then because he was picked on, did that whole picked on,
Bully. See, that's why you don't bully.
Yeah.
Bullies make villains.
Yeah, exactly. It all depends on how you're grown and lifted. But anyway, that's another topic into itself.
Yeah.
Well, we won't talk about that. But taking those characters, I forgot what we're talking about here now. You lost me.
My bad. Sorry about that.
So the characters, they can evolve into whatever different directions as far as which way James Gunn decides to take them to roll out those characters. But the same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy, all those other characters. Even Iron Man. Not a lot of people knew Iron Man. That's why they did Iron Man and Jump Street, because he wasn't popular. They were like, because he was a cheap enough character to do. And then he wound up blowing up and became, the godfather of the MCU.
Yeah.
So,
So that's that. That's that with the DCU. Man, we went over a lot of stuff with the DCU. A lot of good, a lot of bad, and the ugly. What do you think about this?
I think we have a lot to look forward to, especially James Gunn really switching up everything, especially going into also including the animated universe of that. And then maybe I'll swing by your house and play Suicide Squad. Or something like that.
Or you should get it. It's actually we can play across. Do you have an Xbox? PlayStation?
Xbox.
Yeah, get the game.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe.
Why not? Why
I
not?
feel like a gift card.
I'll hold your hand.
All right, maybe.
But until then, right?
Until then, guys, make sure you guys subscribing. Make sure you leave a comment, because we love reading your comments down below.
Looking forward to it.
And hit that like button, because that's free. We won't charge you for that.
No.
Until next time, guys, we are
Popping through culture.
later.